Hey, how's it going everyone? So we're going to be checking out the Windone E2. This is an exceptionally good looking electric bike that actually looks like a motorcycle. It's not the most premium design as it's very industrial, but the general shape kind of reminds me of a Vacheron of an electric motorcycle. For something in this price range, it actually has front shocks and rear shocks as well. Kind of $1,000 range electric bikes, what they're missing is the rear shock. So when you actually go off-road, it gets incredibly bumpy. But this changes all of that, the rear shock. It's not the best rear shock in the world, but you know, for $1,000 for an e-bike that looks this good and has suspensions in the front and the back, it's actually a really good deal. It's got a I think 13 amp hour 624 watt hour battery, which is pretty darn big for something that you get at this price range. And also it goes up to 28 miles per hour, making it a class C e-bike. It only goes up to 28 miles per hour if you pedal assist. If you don't pedal assist, it goes up to 20 miles per hour just with the motors alone, which is still pretty good. I think if you're doing a lot of off-road, 30 miles per hour is actually pretty crazy. Now let's take a quick look. You get the whole, this is a 7-speed system and it's got disc brakes in the front and in the back. So far the whole thing just looks really good. Let's turn on the light. So the light button is right here. I'm gonna click it once and we can see the light turns on in the center here. And the dashboard, this thing, it's pretty simple. It's not a very bright day, but I would say if you're looking down from the rider's position, you will be able to see this very clearly. It's very simple, just tells you the speed, miles per hour, the gear that you're in, and your odometer, plus light and plus your battery percentage. So this is charged to full. You get a rear light right here. I think if you squeeze it, does it blink? It gets a little bit brighter, just a little bit. And it's even got a place for plates. I don't know what country you need plates for your bicycle, but hey, if you need to put plates on, you can actually put plates on. And look at this beefy shock right here. This is actually super comfortable. Okay, cool. So let's get riding. One of the things I want to mention is in the instruction manual, it says this bike is good for someone whose height is 5'7" to 6'7". Now, I think if you're 5 feet and 7 inches, that's actually a really tall person. So if you're shorter than that, it might be a little bit uncomfortable for you. The reason being, look, if I were to sit on this bike, I am 5'9", by the way. I cannot have both of my feet on the ground at the same time. If I'm sitting, like, well, I have to go 1 foot tippy toe. That's kind of like a bummer because it sits a little bit high. Yeah, so if you're like a super short person, then I'm sorry, then this might not be a really good fit for you. But you know, if you're short, I think you can, you know, stand up a little bit. You can tweak the rear suspension a little bit, but you do need to compromise just slightly. Okay, with that in mind, let's give it a try. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is mode 0, gear assist 0, just purely kind of pushing with my own strength. There's not a lot of that, I can tell you. I don't have a lot of strength in my legs. If you ever run out of battery, I mean, you can get by. Oh wait, no, I mean like really high gear. Let me get down to like 1. Okay. Alright, this feels a lot better. I'm in gear 1. Gear shifter, this is to go down and that's to go up. I would say if you're stuck without a battery, you can kind of get by to get home, but I wouldn't travel anywhere without any type of assist. Now, pushing this to level 1, I can immediately feel that this is a cadence motor, or a motor with a cadence sensor. Torque sensor just feels different. This really tries to react to how fast I pedal instead of the strength that I give it. So yeah, I'm gonna put on the screen what type of sensor it has, but right now it definitely feels like a cadence sensor, which is not bad. If you're used to a cadence sensor and you know how it works, that's fine. And This bike is under $1,000. If you use my coupon code, I think you save a lot more than that. But yeah, like I wouldn't complain with the cadence sensor right now. Hear that squeaking noise? I think the bike, if you look at the tires, yeah, this part of the tires kind of just really popped out here. Huh. Wow. I think I might need to let some air out or something, because yeah, this part of the tire is seated out. I think when I was pumping, it just, when I was pumping the air, maybe it wasn't properly seated. So I'm gonna go home right now and get this thing reseated, let the air out. Oh man, this is the thing with new bikes. I don't think this is completely the manufacturer's fault. This is more like my fault. When I'm pumping the air, I wasn't really paying attention. So you can see it's a bit wobbly right there as I was pumping the air in. It just wasn't doing it. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit faster and stop pedaling. It really does sound like a bird chirping, huh? Push this bike in. I'm gonna let all the air out right now. Hope for the best. I'm trying to reseat it. Oh God, I hate the smell of inside tires. It just smells like fish or whatever that chemical is. Grab a key real quick. Should be soft enough to squeeze this in. Okay, now that it's in here, I'm gonna pump it back up again. I'm only gonna pump this to maybe 25 psi, and this time as I'm pumping, so yeah, when you're pumping the tires, just make sure you take a quick look and make sure the beads are inside the rim. Okay, it looks good now. No complaints. Oh, that was a good workout. But I think 25 psi is good enough. A little bit of cushion, a little bit of comfort. That was good exercise for the day. Yes, I'm wearing motorcycle gloves. These are extremely comfy and protective. All right, let's do this again. This dashboard or the bike turns off by itself after about 5 minutes or so. So if you don't touch it for 5 minutes, it will turn off. I think mode 3, it's a pretty chill ride. Mode 3 goes up to 20 miles per hour. Okay, so the front brake is on the left and the rear brake is on the right. We're in speed mode number 1, and we're gonna just use the throttle only to see how fast it goes. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, it's not bad. I would say level 1's probably like a super chill day with your kids. Wow, it still goes up to 20 miles per hour, 21 miles per hour, 21.6 miles per hour. Wow, holy shit. That was level 1. So I guess these speed modes, they're just controlling acceleration. They're not really controlling your top speed, which to me it makes sense, because I want to go however fast I want to go. I just don't want to use too much acceleration. We're now going to acceleration mode number 2. Yep, the torque is a little bit stronger and we're hitting 20 miles per hour super quickly, which is nice. Let's do speed mode number 3. Okay, can definitely feel it's a little bit stronger than 2, and it goes up to 20 miles per hour. Now we're gonna try speed mode number 4. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, a lot stronger. Oh shit, 24, 25, 26. Okay, this part of the road, it's actually slightly downhill, so I think that's why it's able to go a little bit faster. than the advertised speed. We're gonna do level 5, starting from this way and the other way as well, because I think this way it's a slight uphill. Okay, no pedaling start. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, the torque is a little bit more, but not absurdly strong. Some of the e-bikes I've had, like level 5 is just not usable in most cases because it gets so jerky. But not the case with this one. The acceleration is still very smooth in number 5. You can still kind of fine tune and control the acceleration. Oh wait, let's go for an acceleration. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, not bad. Yeah, level 5 is pretty fast. The assist is crazy good as well. And it's definitely a cadence sensor. I'm just pedaling and it's going pretty fast. And the suspension on this thing is really good too. So in most cases, I just keep it in like gear 1 or gear 2. So in like really slow speeds, I can come in to assist the bike, but at higher speeds, I just do a little bit of free spin and let the bike do most of the work. Pretty good braking. Definitely feel the front sinks down a lot more than I'm comfortable with, but these are all adjustable with the front forks, so that's super nice. But as for now, I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna keep it this way for the setup. Let's give it a little bit of an agility test. See how well it turns. Great turning, great leaning capabilities. All right, look at where you want to go. Definitely overshot that one. Yeah, it's not bad for a 500 watt motor. Peaks its power at 750 watts. Still pretty zippy. I would say if you're thinking about getting this for just regular everyday commute, it's definitely doable. It's stylish, it's super comfortable with both of the suspension. My God, this ride, I would say if I have just under $1,000 to spend, this will be my top choice. It looks sick, it looks nice from far away, it looks like a surround motorcycle. And it's got really nice suspension. It's I'm really not exaggerating here. The suspension on this bike is really good. So let's take this to, okay, so switching gears. So before we go test this in grass, I would say switching gears is super smooth too. A lot of times when you have a low quality e-bike, the gear shifts just really clunky. It's not good, but this one's super smooth and quiet. I think it's also because of the helmet I'm wearing. I'm just not hearing it switching gears at all, but it's actually there switching gears. Super quick, snappy, not a lot of noise, which is pretty good. You can definitely hear the downshift though, but aside from that, this thing is the boss. It's nice. Okay. And it's got the half twist grip, which is pretty standard for e-bikes. As a scooter user, I'm really used to the thumb throttle. Kind of wish it has a thumb throttle, but this one is just fine as well for commute and everything. Okay, so turning on the trails, man, the suspension is so bouncy. It's so nice, like bouncy in a nice way. It's extremely plush, right? Okay, let's get on this trail. Man, today just looks like a really nice day. It just rained this morning. I hope there's not a lot of water in here because we got no fender. Oh no, we have fender. Yes, A lot of the e-bikes don't even have fenders, so I'm super terrified to go to areas where it's wet. So this is good. And it's so comfortable. My gosh. I'm just gonna say this is the most comfortable e-bike that I've had since I started my channel, since I started reviewing. There's a lot of more expensive bikes out there, but they just have the front forks. They just have the front shock or front suspension, and they're not really that good. But this one, my goodness, I feel like I can go anywhere and my ass would still be super comfortable. This is so nice. This is so nice. The suspension is so nice on this. I was actually thinking about selling this, but you know what? Now I may actually not sell this. I may actually keep this as my only e-bike. There's more expensive ones, more powerful ones out there, but man, this one just really impresses me. Like the value that you get, the value, the style, and the comfort. Hot damn. It's not what I'm expecting a bike to feel like when going on hard paved grass like that, because it usually gets pretty bumpy pretty quickly. So that was definitely nice. Let's go for some top speed, shall we? Okay, going 28, come on, 28.1. Woo! It is nice. Nice and comfortable and plushy. This is great. Yeah, I don't think it can ride on this type of terrain, but off-road, no issues. Zero issues with this bike. Let's do a hard brake again. Oh, the rear slide out a little bit. But yeah, you see the track over here. But it definitely did stop. And the front brake is extremely strong for an e-bike. Yeah, this is more than enough. Okay, I'm gonna get the gears down. The gears are really easy to turn, by the way. And let's go into the really bumpy area. If you buy like a bicycle with no suspension, this basin is pretty much unrideable. I have a hay bike that does not have a rear suspension, and it just feels like I'm going to fly off of my seat every inch I move forward. This one is actually doable. Now it gets a little bumpy because it is super bumpy over here, but I feel like this is doable. If I need to do an entire trail on this type of terrain, my ass would thank me for that. This is really nice, and I feel like the cadence sensor here is not super jarring. It is super comfortable. It accommodates to a slower ramp up than other type of e-bikes, because a lot of times I want the maximum power, but I don't want the jitteriness. I don't want to feel jerky, and it's a trade-off that you have to do. But for this bike, there's really no trade-off there. And you saw how fast I was able to go back there. Okay, this is now a slight uphill. Let's go. Okay, on the slight uphill with assist, I can get up to 24.4. I think that's the fastest I can do without killing myself. Fantastic. I just love this ride. Okay, I'm gonna go home and grab the drone real quick, and we're gonna do a couple drone shots, and we're gonna call it a day. I'm not even sure if I have enough time to do a couple drone shots, but this bike is really impressing me so far.